In this video, we're going to look at the converse of Pythagoras' theorem. Now, Pythagoras' theorem said if you have a right-angled triangle, then a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, the converse of Pythagoras' theorem says the other way around, that if you have a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then it's a right-angled triangle. And we use that to prove if something is right-angled or not. So, here we've got an example. We've got a triangle here, 6 centimetres, 4.5 centimetres, 7.5 centimetres. And it wants us to prove if it's a right-angled triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out what a squared plus b squared is and hope that's the same as c squared. So a squared plus b squared, well, a and b are your short sides in your triangle, so 6 and 4.5 are the two shorter sides, so 6 squared plus 4.5 squared. So I square those numbers and we're going to get 36 plus 20.25, and then I add those two together, 56.25. Now we're hoping that if we take the longest side, c, which is 7.5, and square that, we should get the same. And in this case, we get 56.25. So as a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then we've got a right-angled triangle. Now, remember, we need to show that and communicate that to our examiner, and we'd have to write as a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then by the converse of Pythagoras' theorem, this is a right-angled triangle. Here's a second example. It wants to know if this is a rectangle or not, i.e., are there right angles in each of these corners? Well, given that the length will be the same up here and here, the diagonals will be the same and these will be the same. If we can prove that one of them is a right angle, then we can prove the other. So we are looking to prove that this triangle here, 11.9, 4.7 and 13.1 is a right angle triangle. So as before, take the two short sides, a squared plus b squared, see what that is. So we've got 11.9 squared plus 4.7 squared. So square those, we're going to get 141.61 plus 22.09. Add those together, we're going to get 163.7. Let's then take the longest side, 13.1, and square that. And we're going to get c squared is equal to 171.61. So as you can see, a squared plus b squared does not equal c squared. So let's now write my statement here. Let me just move this up so we can see it better. So this is my statement. As a squared plus b squared does not equal c squared, and you can see that I've put a little line through my equal sign, then by the converse of Pythagoras' theorem, there is no right angle triangle and it is not a rectangle.